Okay, so shot some video. I hope you'll agree that looking a lot better, a lot more slick. And so today we're going to talk to Brendan about where to publish them. Like, I've got some ideas about where I want to go with the video, where I want to put them, and we're going to find out what the different platforms are, what they're good for, and how best to utilize the platforms to enhance the power of your video creations. Hey Brendan, good to see you again. So today, apparently, we're going to be talking about publishing.
Yes.
My experience so far of publishing content has been shooting video, putting it on LinkedIn, hoping for the best. I'm aware of YouTube, I've done a lot of advertising on YouTube, but apparently there's a lot more to this publishing thing. So
yeah. I think it depends what you're using the videos for. If you have a specific product, say, and you're making product videos and you're doing the traditional sort of social media funnel of raise awareness, bring people into a central point that's got your branding in your control, and then feed them out to detailed information, that's the kind of way you would do it. I think in terms of your type of video content, because you're creating yourself an audience, you're the expert, you're imparting information, you're giving away advice, you're helping people, you're teaching them things, that lends itself more to a YouTube community and a YouTube channel with kind of vertical markets, so this is about startups, this is about learning this type of thing, this is about learning that type of thing. As playlists, you start to build up, your YouTube content that way, and if it's all tagged correctly and described correctly, YouTube's the world's second biggest search engine. So people are starting to find you through that, as well as you use LinkedIn or use Facebook or use Twitter or use Instagram to feed people to, in your case, your YouTube channel, I think is a better solution than feeding them to your website directly, because a lot of what you want to do is build a relationship with those viewers to start with. And if your sales process was to just sell directly on LinkedIn, these videos aren't going to help you in that way, because it's not a direct product you're selling or a direct service. You're really trying to establish yourself as the expert, and in which case YouTube's a much better channel to do that with. And there's no reason you can't feed in people from LinkedIn or from other sources and from the website and vice versa. But what you really want to do is start and build that community and get people asking you questions. They'll hopefully find that, yes, you can give them advice to a point, but then need to use you, as a consultant, pay you, that kind of thing.
Amazing. Well, I think what you're saying, I'm putting my Google hat back on, sparks are already offline, because I'm connecting a lot of dots here. Because if I think about YouTube as a search engine, it's a Google native platform, which means anything we put up there is going to get indexed really quickly. The type of questions that I'm going to be answering are what we long tail, questions. They're all good, like long form how-to type of questions, and that's the kind of content that Google is going to natively give a priority in terms of ranking, because it'll find it'll generally, if there's a how-to answer to a question that's a video, it's going to prioritize that to a text answer. So that makes a lot of sense. So then kind of things about channels and those sorts of things as well. So, I came to this originally thinking just about doing slightly better LinkedIn videos, but if I think of the power of video and then layering that understanding on top of other mediums, we suddenly get something that's really powerful here. So thank you for that insight.
Yeah, I think what you use LinkedIn, you use Facebook, you use Twitter, you use Instagram. You use them to feed that channel. Yeah. They all deal with video differently. So, a few years ago, Facebook decided if you link video in, it's going to downgrade it in terms of visibility compared to if you upload to their platform. So you upload to Facebook. Twitter, who knows, they change their mind about things. Instagram, you can only upload to their platform. LinkedIn want you to upload to their platform, but the way they deal with video at the moment isn't wonderful. So you're probably best linking in from either YouTube or Vimeo. Main difference in those being YouTube is, essentially YouTube branded and YouTube controlled. If you want to use video in a business environment, say you want to embed it in your website, and that's the end of the information line, as it were, you're not feeding them onto a YouTube channel or something else, then you would use Vimeo, because you can control the branding, you can control what happens at the end of it, you can control how it's embedded, who can embed it, where it can be seen, that kind of thing. So for a few dollars a month, it's worth going to Vimeo for presenting it, as your business tool. But I think from your point of view, a YouTube community channel, you embed it all from YouTube, because you want to feed people back to that channel.
Fantastic, that makes a lot of sense. So I think you've done a great job explaining the different platforms that are out there and what they're best for. And I think, for people watching this, that it's worthwhile thinking through what your outcome is.
Yeah.
Like, what is it that you're actually trying to achieve with this video? And then that'll give you an insight, comparing that to the native capabilities of the different platforms, starts to give you an insight of where's your battleground going to be, where do you stake your claim.
Yeah, because people think, I've made the video and I stick it up on LinkedIn. That might not be the best place for it. It depends what the content of that video is. It depends what the call to action at the end of that video is going to be. Ultimately, you want each video to end with a call to action so that you're then taking the next person on the next part of the journey. So, if they've seen a teaser video on Facebook, the call to action should be find out more, and it takes you to, say, a product landing page where it's got a 1-minute video about that product, an overview of its benefits or its features. Then the call to action on the end of that could be, here's a detailed 3-minute video about specific things on that product. And then the call to action at the end of that would be purchase this product. So there's a journey you want to take people through with these call to actions. And it's worth working out what that journey is before you go and throw the videos up on platforms, because they all do different things.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. So coming back down to planning.
That always comes back to planning, John.
Fantastic. All right. So I think it definitely, LinkedIn, what you've showed me is going to definitely do better LinkedIn videos for sure. But you've also put me onto this idea. I'm leaving money on the table in terms of, once I've gone to the effort of creating, if I'm going to create these videos anyway, just by layering that content and by, almost versioning it off to the different platforms, it actually increases the impact and the usefulness of the same video, the same investment of energy getting those videos out there. Just by, nuancing it for the right platforms, you can actually multiply the power.
And you can get YouTube channel to feed LinkedIn. LinkedIn feeds a YouTube channel. All of it's about you. All of it's gathering leads and information that you can use.
Fantastic. And I really like the idea of, iteration is a big part of the lean idea. Start small, go slow, fail fast, get better.
Yeah.
And this idea of uploading stuff to YouTube, it's a free hosting platform.
You can test and learn on it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then level up, and then for sort of what we're going to call pillar content, you can be hosted in my own website behind closed doors, hosted on Vimeo, branded up, edit it, but top of the funnel content out on YouTube, out on LinkedIn.
Well, that's it. And on your YouTube channel, you can have longer form videos because you can get into more detail about specific subjects. That a 10-minute video about one of your, say, AdWords advice videos isn't going to work on LinkedIn, but a small video on LinkedIn that says the benefits of using that type of thing then feeds them to the YouTube channel, which has got the long form videos on it.
Gotcha. And I know this is a moving target, but what kind of video lengths should we be looking at for the different platforms?
So in general, you're kind of thinking about the length of posts on those platforms roughly dictates how much attention span that person's got. So for organic social media, for instance, Instagram and Twitter are about 30 seconds-ish. Facebook and LinkedIn, you can go up to about 45-ish seconds. And then on your own website, so landing page, that kind of thing, you're up to about 2 minutes. Before you get into really detailed specific information, then that's as long as it needs to be. And then the rules all change if you do something like paid Facebook campaigns. I think this week it's about 12 seconds you've got before you lose your audience. Wow. And that will change next week. So yeah, it's the social media side of it, you're kind of funneling people down to the next level of information, keep it short, and keep it in context in terms of length of the platform posts.
What about captions?
So yeah, you can auto-generate them on YouTube. It's a bit hit and miss sometimes. We do quite a lot of content for large brands and things like that, and they will 9 times out of 10 ask us for subtitle versions now, because a lot of people will see it on a social media platform, not necessarily hear it. Gotcha. So it's worth doing, I think, at the social media side of it. For the longer, more complex information ones on your channel, it's probably not necessary because they're engaged enough that they're going to then listen to it at that point.
Cool. So thanks, Brendan. These sessions have been extremely valuable. We've gone from planning, we've gone through audio, through lighting, through editing, through even publishing, and really opened my eyes in terms of what's possible in terms of the power of video. But my brain is full right now. I think I have as much as I can handle. I need to go and implement this stuff. I need to go and actually make this real in my world.
Yeah.
And let me get this done. I'll definitely come back to you with questions, but hopefully be able to show you some of the good work that I've been doing from your fantastic advice.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it.
Fantastic.
Cheers, Tom.
High five. Yeah, so just finished up with Brendan talking about publishing. So I came into the session thinking about how I was going to create these videos and go and use them on LinkedIn. That was the initial use case of this. But after exploring it a bit with him, really found out that utilizing the inherent benefits of the different platforms, we could really expand the power of my messaging even more. So the kind of content I'm doing, turns out, if we put it on YouTube, it's actually going to be even more powerful. So as a Google nut, this makes me very, very happy. So look out, YouTube, here I come.